we're going to do today is show you just how easy it is to change out your stock gearing for your included stock high-speed gearing. This is the 46-tooth spur gear. Really easy, do it yourself. It can be done in 10 minutes at home. Your first time, you could do it in 5 minutes or less every time thereafter. All you need is a couple hex heads, which are included with the Xmaxx, so even if you don't have your own tool set, you are ready to go with everything that you need right out of the box. I'm gonna start by flipping it over, and there are 4 2.5 millimeters on the bottom that hold the motor into place. You're gonna start by removing all 4 of these. I find it to be a bit tedious, so I do use power tools. However, exercise caution, kind of as in with swimming. No lifeguard on duty, swim at your own risk. Use power tools at your own risk, especially when tightening into plastic. It's incredibly easy to strip and crack the plastic. All right, now we've got all 4 of those removed. We flip the Xmaxx back over, and we're gonna remove 2 bolts that hold your gear mesh cover in place. I'm gonna go ahead and back both of these out. And once we do, that's really as far as we need to go with that, as it will come up and out as it is. It doesn't seem at first that it will come out of this bracing without having to remove the bracing, but it does. Just rock it back and forth. You'll get the hang of it. Now that this is out, you can see easy access to your spur gear in case any adjustment needs to be made to either the spur or the pinion. If you need to inspect for damage, if you need to retighten your pinion gear, this would be the way to access that. But for this project, we're going to remove the motor. Grab a hold of that motor shroud, just rock it back and forth. If your Xmaxx is brand new, it's likely that this thing is just going to pull right out. With mine being used, there's grit, grime in there. It takes a little bit of persuasion, but it will come free. Once it does, you're going to have 4 more hex heads that are holding your spur in. You need to remove all 4 of these, and then you will be able to remove the spur and slipper assembly out. From here, it's pretty straightforward. 3 bolts, 3 screws holding this on. Take all 3 out all the way around, and pop that spur gear right off. Set it aside. And now you can reinstall the 46 tooth in the opposite order that you took the 54 out. I recommend just snugging these down and then going over it again to really tighten it. That way you can make sure that the gear is seated properly. You don't want that gear cocked or tilted one side or to one side or another. It'll produce a lot of heat, a lot of resistance, and a lot of wear and tear on your gears and your motors. So make sure that that's good and squared up. Now we're going to reinstall in the opposite order that we took things out. One point to make is you are going to need to remove these 2 pins. They are your motor position pins. It's an ingenious thing that Traxxas has got. You've got a chart here underneath your motor mounting plate, and all you need to do is match up the appropriate holes with the appropriate gearing that you're using. In this case, we're going with the 1846. You want both pins in the E-hole positions. The way that it comes from the factory is in 1854, which is down here. You can see it's indicated with the I position, so you would put each pin in the I positions when you wanted to go back to 1854 gearing. What happens is once you've got these pins in these post holes, you drop that motor in, your gear mesh is perfect. All right, so I'm on the way home. Got the Xmaxx in the back, no gearing in it, high-speed gearing. Just gonna do a quick run down the blacktop here. Maybe a little quick desert shot. Got maybe 10 minutes of light, so I just want to see what this thing will do.